Alright, and this is my long play of Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament for the PS2. So, a couple of things I want to mention before we begin. This is, I am commentating over a long play I already did. And this is a playthrough of Dark Tournament Plus. Now, I really want to leave the cutscenes in. I feel like a mistake I made with the 3DO long play was I actually left them out. But for this case, I do want to leave the cutscenes intact for the story mode. I am hoping that I can upload it with no problems, and if you don't see any of the animated cutscenes, then you can blame YouTube for that. I'm probably going to have to like edit them out. But yeah, with that said, here is the introduction.
Yusuke Urameshi was a rambunctious teenager who saved a small child at the cost of his own life. As a reward for his bravery, a spirit world representative named Botan offered Yusuke an opportunity to meet the guardian of the spirit world, Koenma, to discuss his fate. Reluctantly, Yusuke agreed, and to his surprise, he was granted his life back in exchange for becoming a spirit detective, a protector of the living world. His longtime nemesis, now turned best friend, Kuwabara, joined him on his adventures. Their latest mission brought them to the spirit world in order to rescue Kuwabara's love, Yukina. Yusuke, along with his other teammates, Kurama, a 300-year-old reincarnated demon, and Hiei, a fire apparition and powerful swordsman, achieved victory against the powerful Toguro brothers. Or so they thought.
Surely you didn't think you'd actually beaten me. Money decided that fight long before you entered the ring. But don't be angry. You might soon have a chance to fight me on fair terms and not get so easily crushed.
Why don't you get to the point, Muscles? I've got better things to do with my time than waste it with you.
You're afraid of me.
What? Amused is more like it.
There's no one here to impress Yusuke, and I can see your entire body shaking. The ability to fear your enemies is one of your strengths. It forces you to reach your potential. But you haven't been scared enough. You need some motivation, and that's why I've come here. To show you my true power!
Alright, there's already a lot I want to say. So this is technically the first level, even though it's episode 2. And this is a fight where you're supposed to lose. But because I've mastered the art of breaking the AI in half, this fight is actually pretty easy. And if you manage to win this fight, you actually get a costume for Elder Toguro. I think the costume's already unlocked if you do a cheat code instead to unlock all characters, but the normal way to unlock it is by winning this fight, even though you're not supposed to win this fight. So the strategy you see here, I will go more in depth with it when we get up to the final stage, because it's very effective in taking down Toguro, and it makes what's supposedly the hardest boss fight in the game the easiest boss fight.
Stupid Yusuke! You got so scared around him you couldn't even friggin' move! You idiot! He's gonna kick your stupid ass!
It's about time you came back.
Master Genkai, I need more training.
And for winning, you will get this message right here. Chance has smiled upon you. However, it's almost impossible you could win against younger Toguro again. To hedge your bets, you will now continue your training.
Does it hurt, slacker? Did you come all the way here just to give me more of your crap?
It's different this time. I promise I'll push as hard as I can.
So this is a simple tutorial stage. All you gotta do is strafe left, strafe right, jump, and then block, and the stage is over. It's really easy. And oh boy, there's so much I want to talk about in this game, but like there's no way I'm going to be able to fit it here. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about like how I feel about this game at the end. But yeah, this stage is pretty simple. You just hold up to strafe left, right here. Then you gotta get ready to hold down to strafe right. Then you want to jump, which is up and X. They don't tell you that. And then you block by holding X. So as long as you know the basic controls, it's pretty easy. But they don't tell you how to jump from the get-go. It is up and X at the same time. I think you can actually also you can hold X and press up, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that is the input for jumping, so you better get used to it.
Now, Yusuke, you must learn to master your body and fighting technique.
Now, another thing I did forget to mention is if you go to the options and you change the controls, you can actually make jump on L1, like jumping crushes on L1 and L2. But for this case, I just left it on the default controls, and in this level, you actually have to perform Yusuke's command list, which is, man, this command list. Okay, so one big problem with this game is that your command list can change depending on who you're facing. Like, because I'm facing Max Fighter, there are actually some combos missing that Yusuke has, so this is actually a pretty good, also pretty bad tutorial, because you don't actually go through all of Yusuke's moves, specifically against Max Fighter. Now for the rapid attacks, all you have to do is hold the button, and it'll, you don't see it here, but these attacks actually do drain spirit energy. And the slide is pretty simple, you just hold forward and press circle. And here are the spirit attacks. And I'm trying to remember what else. I know there's one move in particular that it took forever for me to perform when I was younger, but it should be coming up soon. Spirit Cuffs, that move is garbage, never use it. It makes your spirit moves take up half energy instead. But the problem is it goes away upon taking damage, so you won't have it for long. Anyways, performing combos, it's a bit wonky. Up, back, circle performs 3 hits, and then like to perform this combo, I do up, back, circle, and then I just keep holding forward and matching circle in order to get the rest of the hits to come out. It's very weird. Now this move, don't look at the arrows, it's actually down, back, down, forward circle. Like if you try to press back, forward circle, you'll most likely stand, so don't ever let that confuse you. Like when it comes to crushing moves, just do down, back, down, forward, and then circle to get the move out. Don't press back, forward, or so you just stand up instead. Now this move is a bit awkward. You can see me actually struggling to perform it here. It's forward, back, square, but because it's forward, back, like because like it's a back input at the end, I end up moving away from the opponent, and this, for some reason, for some attacks you don't even have to land it, but for this one you actually have to land all hits, at least the first 3 hits. And yeah, and then it'll register that you did it. Avenging Punch. This is actually there's more to this combo. It's forward, back, triangle, and then it's circle, and then forward and circle. For some reason they don't make you go through that. I assume because again you're facing a small character, so it doesn't show all of Yusuke's move list, which is pretty dumb.
See that over there?
A big rock. Yeah, that explains everything.
Just shoot it with your spirit gun at full power.
Oh, all right. I still don't see how this matters. Spirit gun!
Another tutorial stage. It's pretty simple. I don't know what the... Well, it's more like a mini game, really. I wouldn't call it like something that makes you better at playing the game or something, but all you have to do is use your spirit gun on 3 rocks in the background as Genkai like dodges your spirit gun so you can actually hit the rocks. And actually, I did this really well. So you can see right here, that's 1, that's 2, and that is 3. So you can see that I was actually holding the spirit gun input and then letting go at the right time. But I'm pretty sure if you master it, it can also work.
Your
Urameshi still hasn't showed up yet. What could that dummy be doing now?
Hopefully, he's finding us a fifth fighter.
Why don't you worry about yourself, Kuwabara? Have you gotten any better since our last fight?
You'll see for yourself, Shrimp Boy.
So the token games only appear in Dark Tournament Plus, and you do get some extra animated cutscenes for them, which is pretty cool. And I don't think I'm going to be able to explain all of the rules to the token game here. Again, I have a full guide in the description if you just want to read that. And the game itself also has a guide. If you go into the token game from the main menu, it has a tutorial, which is pretty cool. So for the sake of consistency, I did use consistency. I'm pretty sure it's a consistency, but for the entire game, I used the same exact assemble of cards, or I should say tokens. I never changed them throughout the entire long play, even though some of the tokens I'm using are complete garbage. But I just wanted to show that like you don't have to have the best tokens possible in order to get through this mode. I just use like some decent ones and some pretty bad ones, at least in my opinion. But yeah, like the token game is the kind of game where you can just get through it by like just throwing yourself at it multiple times, but understanding the rules obviously makes it easier. I'll try my best to explain it here. The way it works is the goal is to have more score than your opponent by the time all of the hexagons are filled. Now on the number to the left is the token's health. The negative number below is the token's attack. The icon to the right is their ability. Not all of them have them, as you see here. Like some tokens don't have an ability, some do. And the top represents how many fans they need to be placed. So you can see that the bottom one needs 3 fans, and because he's touching three fan hexagons, which is blue, which is my color, he's able to be placed right there. And I actually did win on the first try. I didn't even have time to like explain how the token game works. When it pops up again, I'll talk more about it. But again, there's a full guide in the description below if you want to fully understand how the token game works. Alright, so this stage is pretty easy. You just have to defeat 3 ogres, and like Max Fighter is pretty overpowered, so you should be able to like defeat all of them in like 1 or 2 hits. So I guess I might as well get back to what I was talking about, the token game. Your score depends on the total HP of all of the tokens you've placed. So ideally, pretty much like, you know, you want to put some high HP tokens on the board so that you have more score, but you also want to attack your opponent's token so that you can lower their health, like their token's health, which lowers their score in like return. That's pretty much the gist of it. I didn't get to explain like the abilities and all that. There's a lot to go over, so again, I'll talk about that when the next token game comes up, which is actually really soon, because there are plenty of token games in this mode. And yeah, again, this fight is really easy. I didn't really have to say much for it. Just a few spirit guns and a jumping spirit gun is all it takes. And because I did it slightly above the ogre, I think it hit as a cross-up unblockable, so that was pretty cool.
Holy crap! He got everyone up there with 1 blow!
I guess that explains why Yusuke can sleep so peacefully on a boat full of demons.
And yeah, sometimes when you win, you actually do get a token. I always add it to deck A. But even if you get duplicates, you can only have 1 copy of that token when you're actually playing the token game.
Good job, little man. So how about you let us see under those bandages now?
I'm sorry to say that the 16th team will have to be a human one. Yusuke Urameshi's team!
Hey, what's this?
I'm really hoping that I'm able to have like the cutscenes intact when I upload this video, because again, if I'm not able to, and like YouTube just disagrees, I'm just gonna have to like edit them out, unfortunately. But I'll see by the time this recording is done and I like, you know, edit the video. So this fight, you gotta use Kuwabara, Hiei, and Kurama. This can be a bit intimidating at first if you didn't play this game before, because you know, it's 3 new characters you haven't used yet, presumably. And for Kuwabara, I found his forward back punch to be really effective. It's 3 hits, it does a good amount of damage. It can keep the CPU on a lock, in a sense. Though, I think that Kurama is easily the best character for Team Urameshi. Like, he's even like better than Yusuke, better than Max Fighter. He's really freaking strong in this game. Like, this game has some cool touches, like hearing like Hiei talk down on Kuwabara and all that stuff. Like, man, this game has some style. I don't mean in terms of like the way it looks, like the graphics are okay, I guess. But I just mean, like, obviously the voice actors were having fun and, like, you know, actually saying new lines for the game and all that stuff. It's just a shame that the gameplay is a bit, like, for example, right there, you saw me grab the ogre and it did 0 damage. That's a problem for the smaller characters like Hiei, where they're sometimes perform by grab where they just deal 0 damage. I don't know what the heck's going on there. Ooh, got him with the Dragon of Darkness Flame. So that's another cool thing. I'm glad the voice lines aren't too obnoxious, because the characters will only say the voice line for the move once in the round, and then they won't keep repeating it like when you perform it again, which is a thing that many anime fighters do, and it can get a little annoying depending on the game.
All quiet before the storm.
We're not waiting for tomorrow to challenge you to a little contest.
Somebody told me the guest would be special, so I got excited. But you don't look special at all. Maybe I'll even beat you no hands.
Kurama looked like he had something to say there, but I guess the audio for the original clip was muted. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, another token game against Team Rokuyukai. And from this point on, I don't think I always win. Like, well, this one I'm pretty sure I won the first try, but I could be wrong. But for the later token games, I do end up losing a few times, and I ended up editing that out, because again, I'm not ashamed to admit I'm not the best at this token game, and again, I'm not using very good tokens. But as usual, as I mentioned before, I just want to show that you can just keep throwing yourself at the token game until you eventually win. So that weird projectile symbol on the right, that's one of the 4 abilities a token can have. It pretty much allows them to attack a token that's the opposite to them. Because normally, like when you see the negative number, like you can see the -5 on the top token I have, it makes it so that you attack tokens that are making contact, like left and right, or up, down, whatever. Like pretty much the tokens that are nearby. But with the projectile token, you only attack the one that's like opposite of you, which is pretty good. And that captain token is really overpowered. It's one of my favorites. You see, I think I used it in the first token game, but I'll explain it when we get to the next one.
Now send out your fighters, teams.
I'll go first.
Yeah, that little brat is definitely mine.
Now begin.
Alright, and we finally got the first real fight of the Dark Tournament. And I'm gonna be real, I think Kurobawa is decent, but he's not really, I think he might be the worst in terms of like Team Urameshi. But that doesn't mean he's awful, I just don't think he's very good. So for this fight, usually I just depend on throws. You see that here, I just keep going for a draw attempt. Even if they hit you, just keep pressing I should mention that grab is triangle and circle. Again, the whole tutorial thing with Genkai didn't teach you that. You'd have to check the move list. But yeah, you can just keep drawing the opponent with triangle and circle. I lose this round, but that's fine. And yeah, the whole idea is you run up to them and try to throw. They'll probably jab you once or twice, but just keep matching throw because jabs are so negative, which makes no sense. Like you see right here, I think. Like I get jabbed, but I'm still able to throw him. And I get a ring out. Beautiful. So that move I'm doing at the start is Shrapnel Sword. It's done by pressing forward plus R2. I should be using, you see I did right there. So that's what I was gonna say. I should be using it after throwing the CPU because they usually don't block it in that case. And as far as I just will go for it. Wait, oh, it didn't. I don't know why. I thought that actually finished them. But yeah, I was trying to say. Well, I'm all over the place. I was trying to end it with that move, kind of like in the anime, because that is what Kurobawa used against Rinku. Even though Kurobawa ended up losing anyways from a ring out. But I actually thought, wow, I forgot about that regeneration nonsense Rinku has.
Allow me to introduce my little button. When I press it, a signal will be sent to my demon brother. He's been tracking your mother for some time, you see. And he's been very anxious to bite her head off.
Alright, so for this fight, there's two ways to go about it. You can either like take advantage of how overpowered Kurama is. I don't know if I showed that in the second or first round, but there is a much easier way to do this. Now, the whole gimmick of this fight is that Roto's brother will constantly be flying around. You can see him right there, and every 10 seconds or so, he will swoop down and like try to knock you back, which can lead to you getting ringed out. Now, the strategy for this fight is to simply ring Roto out by throwing him behind you. That didn't work for me, so I said screw it. Maybe just take advantage of Yoko Kurama. So to transform to Yoko Kurama, you press up and L2. And then what you want to do is the jumping death ray, which is R1 while mid-air. And this move is really freaking good because not only is it, you know, a huge hitbox that deals a good amount of damage, but it's also, it can, like, if you jump over the opponent and do the, oh, I actually got hit by that. So if you jump over the opponent and do the death ray, it can become unblockable, like a cross up or whatever. So that's really good. You see me do that here, like you see me trying to. Oh yeah, and also Yoko Kurama's jump kick is really, really fascinating. I don't think I need to say anything about how it looks. It's just really, really weird. Anyways, I'm doing jumping death ray a lot because if I'm close enough, it can actually hit as an unblockable. And if they're close to the ring, it can knock them back to a ring out. Pretty easy fight overall. But yeah, you can't just throw Roto out of the ring instead. But obviously you can see that like there are times where like you can just get ringed out yourself. But it can work. Oh man, this fight right here.
Team Roku Yukai Ziru! Team Urameshi Hiei!
You've become so quiet now. Too frightened to notice any more of my supposed flaws.
Actually, I'm bored.
Actually, you're dead.
This fight is the epitome of like why I absolutely hate fighting game AI. Like there are some players out there that think that like, oh, I can't beat fighting game like CPU, so I'm bad at the game, or I can't beat them, I'm good at it. No, no, no. Fighting game AI is trash, and this fight is a very good example of that. Check this out. So what you have to do is beat Zero by using this move, Dragon of Darkness Flame. If he blocks it, that happens. You just get bodied. And you just have to hit him. Now, I don't know if you can do damage otherwise. I think you can. But what the game wants you to do is hit him with this move. And as you can see, that is not very easy to do. I mean, he just decides to hold block and reflect it back. Let's try it again. Nope, not a lot. Nope, you just have to keep playing until the game allows you to win. There is no skill involved in this. Just look at Zero. Watch this shit. Oh, whoa! The game allowed me to win. I don't believe it. Fighting game AI is a joke, dude. It's so awful. At least for this game. Like you just have to. Like, you can't... I need to calm down. I'm getting too angry. Like, they just have to let you win. Like, you just keep playing until they decide to lose. That's so silly, dude.
Ah, crap. It's bright out here. His spirit power's a lot less than Zero's, but for some reason I got a creepy feeling. Watch out, you guys.
Ain't no need to make the ring taller. Let's just have some fun. It is bright here.
Let's go, you sooks. I want to get a good brawl in before my fun wears off.
This fight is really short. It's only a 1 round, and all you have to do is deal enough damage to Chu, and it will immediately trigger the next animated cutscene. And this is the first time we actually get to use Yusuke in the Dark Tournament. So Yusuke is actually pretty decent. Spirit Gun, jumping Spirit Gun in particular is pretty good too. And again, he does have some really good combos. So I don't remember exactly what I did here. I think I just put it on draw. So you can draw him, run up, press triangle and circle again to draw him. Even if he hits you, just keep mashing it. I tried a combo to Spirit Gun double, but I don't know why it didn't work. Probably because of the stage.
With that 2-for-1 shot, you've used up all the ammo for your spirit gun. Maybe you can round up enough energy to swing your little dukes, but that's about it, right?
Pretty much defenseless.
I can barely lift my arms.
Let's do this with a knife-edge deathmatch.
A knife-edge deathmatch?
How odd that Chu has stabbed his knife into the ground instead of into Yusuke. I say it's odd because the last time I checked, the ground doesn't bleed nearly as much as a person.
Take off your shoes and put your foot in front of the knife.
Oh, this was a badass freaking fight in the anime. I love this fight so much. Like, there's no like skill or like no insane like techniques or anything, but it's just two guys going at it. It's so fucking badass. As for the game, it's a minigame. It's instead a minigame, I should say. So you have to figure out the pattern to choose pattern of attacks. The pattern is circle, square, triangle. So circle, square, triangle, circle, square, triangle, circle, square, triangle, and circle. And as long as you know that pattern, this fight is easy. Like, there's no way you can fail it unless you accidentally get the wrong input, I guess, but you can just, like, go back to a pattern and you should be good.
Urameshi. We agreed to fight a deathmatch, mate. Finish me off.
Nah, we'll fight again when you're better.
You're Ripper.
So, in this fight right here, you have to face Kurama. This didn't happen in the anime. It's more like a spin-off fight. But this fight is pretty easy. Because Hiei's arm is damaged, you can't use his arms. I think one of his arms, but like... it's hard to explain. You can't punch. You can't press square or triangle while standing, but you can still press it while crouching. So the strat for this is you just hold forward and keep mashing kick. That's all I do for this fight, and it's just it works well enough to work before Kuwabara kills me. I should say defeat. I don't know why, just like kill and defeat. I don't know. Wow, you hurt. Wow, that's funny. So you can see this game's quality, and so what just happened was Kuwabara has a glitch where if he has a spirit sword equipped, when you defeat him, he'll take his spirit sword out. No. When you defeat him, he'll fall down, but then he'll get back up and fall down again. And that actually happened like when he got ringed out there. That's why you heard him like grunt, like after he got knocked out. I didn't know that can happen like even during like a ring out in that stage.
Is this wise, Hiei?
What do you mean?
It won't be easy to keep winning without the use of your dominant hand. Perhaps you should withdraw.
Ha! You heard what Toguro said. We don't have a choice. If we don't make it through this tournament, he will kill us all.
So even though the two opponents are clearly like leopards, cats, whatever, obviously in this game it translates to two generic ogres. Now you can't use the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, War Fist of the Mortar Flame, but you can now go back to actually using your fist again. And you can still use the teleport ability, which is done by pressing R2. Let's Hiei teleport behind the opponent. Pressing forward and kick is still very useful here. You seem to see doing that here. And even if this doesn't work out, you still have Kurama in the back row. And Kurama's really freaking busted. You can just turn to Yoko Kurama and just spam Death Rays. You can see right here that I'm doing a really unique combo. It's done by pressing up, down, triangle with the sword equipped. It's a really good quote-unquote infinite loop that doesn't always loop because sometimes Hiei will go off axis and miss completely. But if he stays on axis, it's a really good loop to do against the CPU, especially since it's a low attack.
Team captains, please decide the terms for battle.
Isn't this mysterious? Both of our teams are missing 2 members. What do you say? We fight with the people we have. Winner is the best of 3.
What about you? Don't the ugly pointed-ear trolls like to fight too?
So this is a 3-on-3 battle, and it's not too bad. Now, something the manual or the game itself doesn't tell you is that M1, M2, and M3, the opponents we're about to face right here, they all have a very unique passive where they quickly recover spirit energy, like faster than most of the cast. But if you knock them down once, you hear this weird sound happen. And if you knock them down 3 times, it completely disables their spirit energy for the round. Which, again, the manual does not tell you that. I guess you're just supposed to figure that out. But that is a thing you can do. I personally don't think this matters considering how high damage is in this game. They're probably dead by the time you knock them down 3 times, but it is something to think about just in case you're confused on like, wait, why they have no more spirit energy? Now, wait, holy shit, what the fuck? Yeah, even Kodo's confused. She's not even talking anymore. What the heck is going on here? Like I remember this fight went well, but holy shit. Okay, I guess I don't even know what to say about that one. Just do what works. Wow. Okay. Alright, it's time for another token game. I'm still trying to process what the hell just happened in that. I think it was the first ring out that like drew me off, but whatever. Anyways, another token game. I'm pretty sure I lost this one. Did I lose this one? I don't know. Because usually I'd like edit it out by now. But I should mention that I did do this long play a few days ago. And now I'm actually getting to like commentating it. But yeah, I still use the same deck as usual. I do think there are better tokens you could be using instead of the ones I picked. But yeah, what? I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. I mean, again, the end game, if you go to the token game in the main menu, you can't find a tutorial there. And yeah, this music's pretty fucking good, I gotta say. That's probably why I'm so quiet right now, because like this theme and the main, especially the main menu theme for this game, is like the best shit ever. Like, it's one of my favorite main menu themes of all time. It might be my favorite main menu theme of all time, at least for fighting game standards.
Your pathetic little minds. Did you really think I would experiment with body manipulation and not save some for myself? Yet another brilliant development from the incredible mind of Dr. Ichika!
Instant gene therapy!
So something I didn't get to mention is that the reason why I think the captain token is pretty good is because it has 8 attack power, which is like great for hitting 2 enemies at once and just putting the HP to near 0. But it has a berserk ability, which means it can also attack allies that are nearby, so it's a very risky card to use at the end, especially if the opponent anticipates it coming. Anyways, Ichigaki, similar to the very first fight against Toguro, I just keep using this chain right here. I might as well mention it now. This is done by pressing forward back triangle, and you just keep repeating that, and he is done. Easy. Almost got another kick in there, and he melted through the arena floor, I guess. So yeah, most of this log play might be from the animated cutscenes, now that I think about it. These fights are going by really fast.
May I have your attention, please? The third round of the Dark Tournament will begin immediately.
What? Give me a break!
Furthermore, the tournament committee has unanimously decided to begin the round in accordance to the match diagram, starting from the left. Team Urameshi and Team Masho, please report to the ring.
What? Again? The Master of Disguise will.
So, because Team Urameshi has to keep fighting, Kurama is actually going to have less health than usual. That really shouldn't matter because Kurama is still broken as fuck. And yeah, the only advice I have for this is you can either lure Gamba to the edge and just try to ring him out, or you can just turn to Kurama and just keep shooting out death rays. So yeah, I think here I actually try to do the whole ring out strategy. You can see me rating right here. I'm a bit nervous right here because like he turned invisible. See, I got tossed. So I'm trying to look for him. There we go. So yeah, you can't just do that if you want. It's a pretty viable strategy. And for the second round, I actually decided to go back to the whole death ray spam. which is, again, really, really good. Because if you just jump at the right spot, it can just be flat out unblockable. Sometimes I can't tell if it's a case of it becoming unblockable or... Oh wow, I got him right before I was about to transform back. Sometimes I can't tell if it's a case of it being unblockable or the opponent just lets go of block right when it's about to hit or something. But I have tested it, it can become unblockable in that situation.
I have given you the makeup of the seal. It's what I should have done from the start. I've sealed your spirit energy, your entire power trapped inside your body. I've secured victory for my shinobi sect. And so I die knowing it is not in vain.
Will the next fighters please approach the ring?
You fought bravely, Gamma. I assure you that your death will be honored. Kurama will pay.
My arms and legs are still anchored down by Gamma's first curse. That I can live with. My energy trapped inside, I cannot.
All right, people, time's up. By the rules, I must consider those now in the ring as the next opponents. That means it's Kurama versus Toya.
So, as you can assume from that cutscene, Kurama, assuming that hopefully the cutscene actually, to leave it in, but Kurama's spirit energy will be locked for the entire fight. That means you cannot turn into Yoko Kurama and cheese through this. Now, you can still depend on the ring out strategy, but I instead depended on Kurama's thorn attack combo, which is it's down forward triangle and then back in circle. So what I do is I press down forward triangle and then I immediately hold back and keep mashing circle. And not only is this string really, really strong, but it'll also hit, like, one of the attacks is actually a low attack and the CPU tends to not block it. You can see it right here. Yeah, right there. So it's just a really good combo. If you just keep spamming it and get the hang of it, it makes the fight much, much easier. Of course, that can be a bit difficult to do when, like, the game controls, like, it controls really bad. But if you can get used to the controls and perform that combo consistently, then you can blow through this fight. But of course, you can still rely on the whole rank out strategy by, like, trying to lure Toya to the edge and then drawing him. I found it really hard to do against Toya, especially when he has the sword out, because he would just keep interrupting you over and over again. So I just stick with the combo strat instead.
Wait, people! Kurama still has a faint heartbeat. It appears he slipped into unconsciousness while still on his feet.
The rest of the fights are all mine.
Not so fast.
Ah!
What?
You forgot something. He's standing in the ring.
Oh, give me a break! Kurama's not even conscious anymore! I'm taking this fight!
What was the face? Oh my goodness. Anyways, now you have to face against Team Masho's owner in another token game. Yeah, okay, so there's the fade in. I actually did lose this token game a few times. But again, like, even if you use the same deck as I use, like, is this a matter of just constantly throwing yourself at the token game until you eventually win? It's not the hardest thing ever. It's definitely not compared to, like, dealing with the controls of this game. So you can see right here, I'm like, okay, perfect. There are two enemy tokens that are one space apart. Let me use the captain token to immediately set the HP as low as possible. from here, all I gotta do is just have someone with a bit of HP, which was Dr. Ichigaki. And yeah, that was it.
How you doing?
I'll survive.
And I should mention that for some of these token games, for most of them, you will get a special token upon winning.
Match 4, Yusuke versus Jin. Let her rip!
So now you have to piece against Jin in a 2-round battle. Now ring outs are still active. You can still like try to lure him to the edge and just ring him out instead. And if there's one big flaw with Jin is that he would try to perform Tornado Fist, and he will always try to perform it twice to have both of his fists, to give a tornado to both of his fists. And it leaves him wide open long enough for you to do a combo or to draw him in and whatnot. So as long as you do that, you should be fine. Now you see right there, the bell didn't even ring or whatever. Like the round didn't even start, just immediately like goes to the fight. But yeah, you can see right there that I did this drove Jin during Tornado Fist, and I was able to get an easy ring out. So I'm trying to do it again. Done. It's a really easy fight if you can just depend on ring outs. It's pretty good. And what's the next? Oh, the next fight is a bit interesting. I should have mentioned. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I was gonna mention. To unlock Jin, you actually have to get 2 perfects in a row in that fight, which is pretty annoying. But if you depend on the ring out strategy, it is possible.
So, we meet again.
Better call the papers, huh?
That's right. It's time for yet another token game, even though we literally just played one like before the Jin fight. Well, at this point, there's really not much for me to say. I could try to explain more of the token game, but again, like there isn't a whole lot I can say other than to just like learn it yourself. Again, I keep saying again and again and again. Good grief. The guide in the description does go over the rules, like the general rules, and you can look at the end-game tutorial by going to the main menu and selecting token game. I guess I might as well mention the other 2 abilities. So obviously the one you see on the field is like the projectile one where you attack from like the other side, which is really good. I think I mentioned the berserk one where like you attack, like the one that the pirate has where you attack anyone, like no matter who it is, whether it be an ally or foe that's nearby. And there are 2 other ones. So there's one where you see like a few arrows. That's actually a switch places one where you switch locations with the token opposite of you, which is really good. And I think the other one, which you see on the right, is the swap where when you place the token, you will swap the tokens that are nearby that token. So there are some big brain plays you can't do in the token game, but it's not easy.
Let's go! You're kidding me.
The boy can't even walk without doubling over. As the team trainer, I must say this is a ridiculous idea.
Interesting. Pointless.
So in this fight, you take control of Kurama and you have to face Risho. But the problem is he's very injured, which means low spirit energy and low health. So the gimmick of this fight is you need to wait for Yukina's portrait to appear on screen, and then you have to use Spirit of Love, which is done by pressing up plus L2. 2 problems. 1, the game doesn't tell you that you can only use Spirit of Love once. Just once. So if you use it too early, you're screwed. 2, most importantly, if you use Spirit of Love while you have your Spirit Sword out, you recover less health than usual, which is kind of stupid. So yeah, I did lose on my first attempt here, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure I get it right here. But yeah, if you are going to use the spirit of love technique, what the fuck? Wait, what? He said spiked. Wait, huh? Okay. Okay, so there's the spirit of love. You get max spirit energy and health, whatever. So Risho said spike armor of clay. That's what he says when you like upgrade the clay armor. But he only has the regular clay armor. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Anyways, once you heal up, you saw me spamming that one string, which was forward back triangle. I mean forward back square. You don't have to do that. It is more than possible to defeat Risho without depending on the spirit of love. But I did want to show off the mechanic anyways. But yeah, that was that fight, and coming up should be the next team. Okay, yeah, it's this minigame actually.
I want to ask you one more time. Can you handle the hardship? I am about to transfer something to you. A something that only the true and deserving successor of the Spirit Wave can receive. Your test is to incorporate this into your own body. Are you ready, Yusuke Urameshi? It's the secret of my power. Spirit Wave. Even if you came to me with unusual talent, be aware that the transfer still might kill you.
So this is a pretty simple minigame. All you have to do is mash X to recover health while Genkai keeps hitting you with Spirit Gun. It's pretty simple. There's really not much for me to say about that. If you don't really have to mash that fast. Like if you mash really fast, like I do, it actually won't register. So you just need to mash X quick enough. It doesn't have to be super quick. But as long as you can press it fast enough, you should be able to get through this. If you cannot get through this, I can't really give any advice other than to just press the button faster. Like improve that finger dexterity. I don't know, get a turbo controller. But it's not that strict. You don't have to press it super fast. As long as you can press it fast enough, you should be fine.
Okay, matches will be chosen by rolling of dice. Multiple turns are allowed, and as always in the semifinals, 5 wins will advance.
Fate makes her choice.
All right, fans, it's the first matchup of the semifinals. Hiei versus the big man Makintaro.
I'm so shocked that Makintaro was in this game when he was only in the anime for like 2 minutes. Like they really wanted to include the jobbers in this too. I don't know. They might as well should have put in like Yuri Urishima at that point if they was gonna add in Makintaro. Anyways, the gimmick of this fight is that Hiei wants to save his spirit energy for the later fight, so you're not able to use spirit energy. But that is fine because holding forward and mashing kick is still very effective. So just hold forward, keep pressing circle, and you can get that to happen. Pretty easy. Now I don't know if it's this stage or the next, but I decided to pull out the sword infinite again, which was up down triangle. Yep, there it is. So up down triangle, and you can just do this. Wow, I think that was actually a touch of death. Holy shit. I assume it's because of Makintaro's big hitbox that like I was able to actually hit him consistently without going off axis. But yeah, when you do go for that loop, you press up, down, triangle, and you want to do that input again just slightly before it's about to end, and it should still come out.
If I were you, little man, I wouldn't let that last victory go to my head. May have been the biggest on our team, but he was also the weakest. Here, let me get him off your sword. let me add one more. This is the Steaming Spear that seals your fate. Beast armor, armor of the ape. What do you think, EA? Well, I won't be needing the scrap metal anymore, and I can honestly say neither will you.
So similar to the anime, because Kurama slashed himself with the sword and then transformed, he now remembers the pain of that sword, so it no longer deals damage in this fight. It doesn't translate perfectly in this game because if you have the sword equipped, you can still kick, but the kicks will also deal no damage with the sword equipped. They deal damage when you don't have them equipped. It's so weird. Anyways, actually, I'm pretty sure I lost at least once to this guy because I was trying to, I got a little cocky, so for this attempt, like, in this round, you can see that I was resorting to, like, spamming the kicks. But the next attempt, I got really ahead of myself. I wanted to try to do the sword infinite again. Now, of course, with the sword, you know, I'm dealing no damage, but what I was trying to go for is, I wanted to do the sword infinite, like, to get the knockdown at least. And he kept, what? that is the fighting game AI at its finest. But I wanted to keep getting the knockdown loop, and then I wanted to do Fist of the Mortal Flame to actually ring him out. So I was pretty much going for a ring out, but because I got really cocky that round, ended up costing me the match. I'm pretty sure I lose here too. Yeah, it was really close, but I definitely lost. But that's fine. I know I get it in the next attempt anyway. So, serious time. I just run up. I'm gonna go back to spamming the kicks. Now, you might see that weird, like, fidgeting thing happening where, like, Kie kicks and then you see, like, a second kick for a split moment. What's happening there is I'm pressing, like, I don't know if I was doing it intentional in this match. I'm pretty sure in the later match I do. If you press and hold kick, he does like rapid kicks. But because I pressed and held it for like a brief moment, you see that flash of like the rapid kick for a brief moment. And yeah, I had to take off the sword because obviously the kick deals no damage, and I didn't even mean to take out the sword. It's just when you do a running attack with circle, he automatically does a sword attack and then he has it equipped. There's no way I lose another round, right? Wow, I actually lose another round. So, it's a simple battle. Another way is to like, I think another way to do this battle, which I didn't mention, is you can lure Kurama to the edge. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the move I was thinking about. So he can't really throw Kurama out of the ring, but if you can get him close to the edge and then perform Professor the Mortal Flame, you can just immediately knock him out for a ring out.
In fact, it's impossible to break out from the inside. So get comfortable. And let me introduce you to the Idun Box! Once infected, you'll be so tiny and inexperienced, it'll be like taking candy from a... Oh well, there's no point in cliche expressions. You'll see soon enough what I mean. You can't hold your breath forever! You know, maybe I've gone a bit too far this time.
And now it's time for another token game. Again, don't really have to say much here. But oh yeah, so I actually did, again, I did lose plenty of times in this token game. I think the very last token game in this campaign, I lost like 6 or 8 times. It was a absolute mess. But again, I just kept throwing myself at it and I eventually won. And yeah, like, I mean, this is a cool mode, I guess. I don't hate it. It's fine, I guess. I don't got anything against it. But I don't know, like, is this weird that they put effort into something like this? And the gameplay, like the main gameplay, the fighting is just, man, what happened? I guess time constraints, but shit, dude, this game could have been really good.
I hope you don't expect me to believe you're the same masked fighter who was on our team before, you imposter. She had tremendous power. You're a weakling.
Yusuke has it now.
She could be telling the truth. It's the same smell, only older.
How awfully disappointing. I wanted a good match. I can feel your fragility from here. Although, I don't know who you are. What do you say we remove that little mask?
You know what's crazy? I don't even need to explain this one. All you have to do is use Spirit Reflection Blast with up and R2 and that's it. Like, you just use that move and Shishiwakamaru just explodes from his own move. So, instead of talking about this fight, I am going to get some water.
Round 1, fight! Round 2, fight!
I'll slice you in half, human! That's hardcore!
I thought she was drained! Where did she get all this power?
You're back?
Spirit Reflection
Fallacis sunt rerum species tanquam alter idem flamma fuma est!
Don't even think of using that same energy borrowing stunt on me. For that to work, you have to lock onto its exact wavelength, and as you're no doubt discovering, I can disguise that as well as my face. You're frustrated. You can sense I have so much energy, but you can't hone in on it.
You're salty. Except Spirit Reflection Blast actually still works in this fight. You can use it to reflect his Rainbow Cyclone, which would deal a good amount of damage, or you could do one trick that I haven't shown yet with the Max Fighter, because I actually didn't really get to use the Max Fighter except for that one fight against the 3 ogres. So here's what you do, alright? You run up, you hold forward, and you mash circle. It's that easy. Now you're going to see it again. After I take a hit from the face. Boom, done. So yeah, Genkai is an AI. She can just destroy the AI in this game. For some reason, they do not want to block that kick. It's kind of similar with the Yusuke thing, where you press forward back triangle with him to keep spamming that string. Except way easier since you're just holding forward and pressing circle. So yeah, Genkai is really good against the AI in this game.
We've both been waiting for this. You're considerably weaker now. You've given away your orb, am I correct?
Yes, all my power is with Yusuke now.
Well then, it's time for us to end our chapter.
Now you better believe holding forward the matching circle is still going to work here. But the thing is, this is still Toguro. This is still fighting game AI. So while Genkai can't destroy the AI with one move, Toguro can destroy you with one move. Done. Sorry Genkai, I don't got time for your bullshit. No spamming here. So I don't know if I'll put it up. I'm pretty sure I edited it in, but you do get a message if you do defeat Toguro as Genkai. Unfortunately, you don't unlock anything. Like even if you beat him in Dark Tournament or Dark Tournament Plus, like you don't get anything for beating him as Genkai.
Our patience grows short, my friend. You must tell us why you're here.
Your type is so incapable of good conversation. Let me just skip to the point.
So what?
These two items are my gifts to you.
Guess what? It's time for another token game. And for this one, you actually get like it says he has a few tokens that can help you, but you only get one token for actually beating him, which is pretty weird. Now, another thing I didn't get to mention about the token game is that you see that some of the hexagons on the, the colored ones, they have like a red and blue color. That means that any player can use it, whether it be red or blue. And sometimes it can be useful to prioritize them so that you can limit the where the CPU can place stairs, but in a board like this, it doesn't really matter. That's one thing I kind of hate about the token game, is that it is cool that the boards are random, but because they're random, it's hard for me to give advice, because like the board you'll have when you play would be different than the board I was playing on, especially when you're retrying over and over. It randomizes each time. So you do get the Spirit Egg token. Well, its name is actually Pooh, but yeah, I think it's a pretty good token, but obviously I didn't use it here.
It has been decided we will begin the final with a match between Team Toguro's Karasu and from Team Urameshi's side, Kurama!
So the game should be getting harder here, but here's the thing. Karasu is ass. He's actually one of the worst characters in the game, and he's facing against one of the best characters in the game. Now, the only gimmick is that you can only damage him as Yoko Kurama, which is perfect because Yoko Kurama is completely busted. So press up and L2 to transform, and just spam Death Ray. Now, the reason why Karasu is so garbage in this game is because you can see that move he's doing right there, which is, in parentheses, it's called Steel Key. And the way he works is that he will always start with 0 spirit energy, and he has to perform that move to steal your spirit energy to actually use the spirit moves. As you can see, the startup animation is so fucking long. Like you have like 100 years to actually hit him. So you can just keep spamming raise, and there's nothing he can do about it. It is such a poorly designed mechanic. He does have one strong combo that can do more than half of your health, but like you're never going to see his spirit moves. He is just so bad in this game. It's insane.
Not a bad weapon you've got there, Bui. But with all due respect, I must say I still prefer my own.
This fight's really short. I don't really have to say anything much for it. You can still use like mashing forward and kick. You can actually throw Bui with Hiei this time around because Bui is considered a big character. So instead of Hiei doing the grab that deals 0 damage, he would actually do a grab that actually tosses him and deals damage. And of course, you can't use your spirit attacks. You can't use the up-down triangle sword loop, assuming Hiei stays on axis, which he didn't there. Wow, this is actually... Did I actually lose here? I'm pretty sure I got this on the first try. Wow, that counter. There we go. Beautiful.
Sorry to bore you. I'll remove my armor. You should know 2 things, Hiei the Swordsman. I was saving this for someone else, and this is the highest compliment I give.
I am honored. Really, I am. But are you sure you're strong enough to take a direct hit from me without any armor?
I'll handle it.
So fucking badass.
Most fighters wear armor to protect themselves from their opponent. But I'm the opposite. I actually wear this armor to protect my opponent from myself.
So fucking cool, dude. Bui's actually one of my favorites, even if he didn't get much screen time. Just those 2 lines alone. Like, just, oh, I wear this armor to protect my opponent from me. Like, that's so freaking cool. But, anyways, this fight is, it's pretty much the same deal, except, this time around, you can actually rank him out. I don't know if I depend on that. Yep, I definitely depend on that here. So I'm just, like, crouch blocking, because the worst case, always crouch block when you go for this, because the last thing you want is just to go to the corner, and then, like, he hits you with one of those moves, and you get knocked back and ringed out. So, just waiting for him to get close. Bam! Done. Kodo, I don't think he's... all I did was throw him. I don't think he's that injured. So, you can see just one of the problems with this game. You can actually scroll the camera to make them scroll to you. And, yeah, that was very, very underwhelming. I should mention that it's not like unlike the anime, it's not like Hiei can actually devour the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. If there's some insane way to do that, and that's actually in this game, I'd be shocked, but I doubt it.
I feel the sensation of pain, but it's quite unlike yours. You see, I can move my body's vital organs wherever I please.
So yeah, like Hiei actually can't like devour the Dragon of the Darkness Flame because I guess this game wasn't finished. It feels unfinished. Anyways, this fight it's one of the most... I don't want to... I keep saying that this fight is poorly designed in my head. this kind of fight can work if the game actually controlled well and wasn't so dog shit, but the whole idea is Elder Toguro will, you see something, an orb glowing on Elder Toguro. That's pretty much him, quote unquote, moving his vital organs, and the whole gimmick is you have to hit that spot in order to deal damage. Hitting anywhere else will deal 0 damage. However, throwing counts as hitting all spots, and as well as that move right there. So, you can just keep throwing Elder Toguro in order to deal damage. You don't actually have to aim at his vital spots. So yeah, oh, that's one thing I realized too. I might have to go back to the guy and edit that. He just kept spamming. What the hell? I shouldn't be talking considering like half of this long play is me spamming the same moves. But in the guide, I think I mentioned that Spirit of Love gives you like half your health back. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like this stage specifically that you don't get that much health back. I didn't get that much health back when I used it here. So I might have to like check that out after this. As much as I don't want to turn the game on again, I still want to make sure. Shrapnel sword. Actually, that I remember specifically. I know for sure that I actually got him with like the last attempt at using that move. And yeah, with that, we got 2 stages left. We're already close to the end.
Toguro, allow me to go first. The mic, please.
Okay.
I'd like to place one last bet before the 4th match begins.
What's he planning?
I bet it's something bad.
Of course, being the team owner, I'm going to wager on Toguro to win. As for the particular stakes, I offer up my life. What I am proposing here is that whichever team happens to win this match, in essence, earns 2 points. I'm doing this as a man of the people, and in that vein, I must always strive to give the people the competition they desire. Putting aside my own ego, I know that the fans would find it anticlimactic for this tournament to be decided by 2 alternates. The public deserves to have the true stars of this tournament determine its outcome. Urameshi versus Toguro. Of course, this will only work if their team's owner and the Honorable Tournament Committee can agree to my terms.
His head's gone haywire. Who just goes and bets their own life like that?
Yeah, I'll do it. I accept your challenge. I am placing my life on Yusuke to win.
So if you couldn't guess, yes, this is the last token game. This is the one that took me quite the number of attempts to actually win. Like, I don't think I lost like 10 times, but it was definitely more than 5 times. Probably around like 6, 7, or 8. But I did lose a lot in order to like get through this, so I had to cut all of that out to prevent this long play from being longer than it needs to be. But again, if you're going to play this game yourself, I highly recommend you can try making use of the token deck I have here, but there are way better tokens in this game than what I'm using. I'm just trying to use a bare minimal. So with the exception of the captain token, which I think is like the GOAT. But yeah, like you can just try coming up with your own deck instead, and you'll probably come up with a token deck that's way better than what I'm using here. Guess you can call this misery on a budget, if anyone has ever looked up that Magic the Gathering deck.
Greetings, everybody, from the heart of the Dark Tournament, where the moment you've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Toguro versus Urameshi. Will the reigning champion steal another victory? Or will this year's now-favored guest team pull the upset of the century and walk away with the prize? There's 2 points and 1 championship on the line.
Let me tell you, this fight right here. Oh my goodness, this fight right here. The amount of hours I put into trying to beat this piece of shit. Oh my goodness. I'm sure plenty of people, if you've played this fight, you know what I'm talking about. It is so unforgiving. It is, oh my goodness. And it makes me even more angry because after making a guide on this game, I now know how to defeat this guy easily. Before then, this guy took me at least an hour to beat. But by using this strategy here, he is free as fuck. So check this out. Kind of like when you first fought him. I should say when I first fought him. All you want to do is forward back triangle. Now, I don't know if this is like a case of this move being a true infinite, or a case of Toguro not just trying to, like, he's not blocking, he's actually trying to fight back. But if you just keep doing this, this becomes one of the easiest boss fights. Which is insane, because if you don't do this, this fight is so fucked. It is so fucked, but let me relax. Here is probably one of the best parts about this game, which is the ending.
I killed Genkai, but one remained. And now that surviving beast can at last be put to rest.
Damn it, Yusuke, listen to me. Everyone has to fight with time to find their place before their inevitable death. Toguro, he ran away from that fight. Don't you ever do the same. No human is ever a one-man show. Every decision that you make will affect the countless people who care about you. You can't be a cocky kid anymore.
It was the only way it could end.
What are you talking about? We all did it. I couldn't have beaten Toguro or the rest of them without your help.
And that was Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament for the PS2. Now, something interesting is that that ending specifically was made for this game, which I think is pretty rad. But this game is dog shit. It is awful. Which is a shame because, like, I still love this game, like for nostalgia at least, and because the anime is so freaking good. But it's just the gameplay is just so sloppy. It's so bad. Like, it's so unbalanced. There are so many glitches. There are so many glitches that were so easy to find too. So I really think it was a case of, like, they either ran out of time or didn't have enough time, because, like, again, a ton of the problems I have with this game were, it wasn't rocket science. Like, you can figure these out yourself within a few minutes of play, like any bug tester could have. So I really think it was a case of this, like, they either just didn't have the time or something. I don't know. Or maybe it was rushed. So this is obviously the part where I tell you avoid this game at all costs, right? Like, just never play it. No, actually. If you got some friends over, I'd say play this. Like, try it once. Like, get a, you know, use an unlock code to unlock all of the characters, and just try it. Like, this is really the kind of game to, like, try with your friends, or, like, have your friends watch you try to beat Toguro or something. It can lead to a very hilarious time, which is what I had with this game myself. Because as bad as this game is, it's kind of like a guilty pleasure, you know? You can enjoy it for how funny and goofy the gameplay is. Now, should you play it more than once? Should you try to like master it? Hell no. There are way better fighting games to play. Like both before this game came out and after. Like if you want to play a good ass Yu Yu Hakusho fighting game, I recommend Yu Yu Hakusho Sunset Fighters for the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive, or Yu Yu Hakusho Final, assuming it's the one I'm thinking of, for the Super Nintendo / Famicom. Those are some really good fighting games, especially for Yu Yu Hakusho standards. If you're going to play this, only play it once, just out of curiosity. Do not play this any more than that. And if you don't play this at all, I totally don't blame you, because this game is horrid. In any case, I hope this long play was helpful in some way, and with that said, I'll see you later.